La 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 la. Elmo's world. Hello everyone. Welcome to Insomnia Talk. Insomnia Talk. I guess that's how you say it. I can't sleep. So that's why it's insomnia. It's 3 a.m. in the morning currently. I usually have a lot of trouble sleeping, but anyway, I wanted to just record because most of the time this is where like my mind runs rampant. And yeah, I just want to spew out some shit. Do you think, and let me just ask you this, and leave it in the comments of what you think. Do you think flat-footed people are more susceptible to the flat Earth theory? You know, because when you really think about it, they do experience the world in a different way than most arch people. Do you think we see the? Do you think that the people that have arches in their feet, as so do I, see the world more curved? Or do you think that we believe in arch supremacy? You know what I mean? Kind of like, when back in those days, there was a, whatchamacallit, they didn't allow lefties, like left, I almost spilled my drink. Sorry, I'm drinking fucking Powerade at 3 a.m. in the morning. No wonder I can't sleep. But anyway, um, what was I on? Oh yeah, the lefties, not the Swifties. Is there another, or not the political party lefties? No, just left-handed people. Do you think left-handed? Do you think that there's that supremacy? Like we just like hated on lefties so much that like for a period of time they were like, no, everybody needs to be right, and then it just became like the norm to just be whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? It's strange. It's a small world after all. um, yeah, man. I was also reading, um, fucking Stephen. I've been reading Stephen King, and I'm like, what, I'm 60% over it, or 60% done. I'm reading it on my reading tablet, and it's easier for me. For anybody that wants to get into reading, but they get like that tiredness in their eyes after reading a little bit, get a reading tablet, bro. Get a Kindle, get a Kobo, get whatever the fuck you want. I got a Kobo because I was like, I don't wanna support Jeff Bezos unless he's giving me Bezos in my fucking mouth. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. So I went with Kobo. I'm enjoying Kobo. Kobo's a good company. They don't have their own like ads or it's not a fucking. This is not a sponsored or anything. Like if I were to get fucking sponsored, yeah, haha. But anyway, sometimes I run out of breath when I'm speaking. What do you think that is? Do you think I talk more than I should, or do you? Well, me doing this video says a lot that I do talk more than I should. You know that's the thing. I do talk more than I've gotten into fights for talking too much, which is sad. But I feel like it's gotten me here somehow. You know what I mean? I mean, when you first meet me, I'm usually very quiet. I don't like to fucking talk. But once I get the vibe with you, I'm like, alright, bro, you're about to find out some geeky shit. But yeah, I got a couple. Um, I'm 4,500 pages or 400 pages. Because I zoomed in. I don't think there's that many pages on the fucking real book. I think there's just like 1,000 or 2,000 maybe. But because I zoomed into the font, which is one of the reasons why I recommend getting an e-reader, is that you can zoom into the font and not fucking strain your eyes so much. Yeah, man. I'm 4,000 pages in and shit. Also, do you think that how funny do you think the world is? And it's just a question I've also thought about. It's just like I feel like the whole world is a big joke. Not like in a suicidal way, but just like in a everything just seems so stupid and irrelevant. Not suicidal again. Just kind of like I was reading about how Pepsi became like the number the seventh most powerful army in the world or naval base in the world or some shit like that because they made a deal with Russia a long time ago, um, because Russia wanted Pepsi in their um in their whatchamacallit, in their nation, and it's just kind of weird. Like, dude, a fuck Pepsi, a fucking drinking company, made a deal with fucking a nation. Pause. A nation. I say fucking a lot. Anyway, um, made a deal with a nation, and the nation gave them like, let me look it up to fucking verify this, cause it's a shit ton of fucking stuff. Let me see. Russia. I'm gonna Google it right now. And Pepsi deal. Yeah. So here we go. Um, Russia offered up a flotilla of 17 submarines, a cruiser, a frigate, a frigate, and a destroyer, worth approximately $3 billion. So you look, and then there's a billionaire who has a fucking um that name starts with E, and he sent a car into space. And you're telling me that people take the world seriously? Again, not suicidal way. Just kind of like, it's a whole big joke, you know? Like, yeah, it's just weird. It's weird how stup how just stupidity engraved in our society, and not like in a mean way. Just kind of like, people are people, and we do dumb things at times that don't really make sense and shouldn't, but everybody just takes it as facts. And that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to like see more of the funny side of things, you know? Like, for example, when I have a problem, I usually say, hey, I think I have a mini big problem. Because I don't know how big or how small it is until we get to it. You know what I mean? And yeah. I was also thinking about how, like, how, um, in it, there's a lot of, like, how do you say, child violence or violence against children. And I was like, that's weird. Why is that not, like, looked after? You know what I mean? I, I guess it's fine because it's a book. But it's like, okay, so if currently we're at the time where writing about it is fine, because I do know that there was um, I think that there was a serial rapist or serial, um, someone that went to jail, and they wrote about a book, a fictional, quote unquote, fictional book about um, somehow the crimes that he did, and they banned his book. They were like, no, dude, you're not fucking putting that out there. But then I'm like, okay, so what's the difference between that and what other people put? You know, unless his stuff. But I've heard that there's a bunch of books like, there's a bunch of books that are very violent, and I haven't read the fucking ending of it, Stephen King yet. And I think I've had it spoiled. I don't know how it happens. I don't know what the fuck is the occurrence of it, but I got it spoiled. I'm not gonna mention it. Don't worry about it. Sorry, that was my fucking um drink because I wanted to do the clown juice type of thing. I was thinking of buying a little hornet or something just to be like, once when I do corny joke, just fucking wink it. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude. You know what I think is also funny? Like, the whole Pal World and Nintendo situation. And I saw a TikTok. I don't think it's the real fucking CEOs, but the CEOs were like, Pal World is a different game. And I'm like, well, yeah, but you can't deny that the signs are. similar, you know. It's kind of like how do you say it? What is another game that like Loki copied it? Um, I don't know. I don't think there's many fucking there's that many games that copied each other and have not had this much success, or maybe they have. I don't know. But like for example, going back to the joke, this world being a joke, not suicidal, by the way. Um, fucking Lethal Company. I have not played it. I don't have friends to play it with. Sad face. But anyway, um, it was made by a furry, and that's made more money than whatever the fuck Activation and all the motherfuckers are brewing up. You know what I mean? And also like it's kind of like with also Stardew Valley, Concerned Ape. Like right now he's fucking set for life. I'm pretty sure, and I can't wait for Haunted Chocolatier too. Like that, I'm so excited for that game. I hope I get to be alive. I'm also very excited for GTA 6. I mean, yeah, I already have a fucking series about it, so why wouldn't I have a series about it? I wonder how, now at this point, I wonder how long I can speak for. Because we've been going for 11 minutes, and I'm just kind of like, how far can we push this? You know something I was thinking about too? I bought a Roomba. His name is Robbie. Or their name is Robbie. I They are gender fluid, and the only reason why they're gender fluid is because I don't want to put a gender on them. Um, and yeah, you might say, "Oh, it's a fucking Roomba. Why does it have to have an identity?" And it's like, well, because like, why not? You know, why shouldn't it? Maybe in the future it might have. So why not just get it ready for that? You know what I mean? But the Roomba finally pushed my Rubik's cube that was under my bed. Like it was like right in the middle, so my arm wasn't long enough to grab it. So it finally pushed it to the side where I could grab it. And I just started using it again and fucking around with it. And I remember all the times where I was with a friend. Um, my record of speed cubing was like 49 seconds, I think. And I just remember like fucking around with my friend during math class. No wonder why I'm so fucking bad at math. No, matter of fact, that math class was to help people that were bad at math, and I was not paying attention. And I got into so much trouble in that class. Not because I was a troublemaker. I don't know what it was. Just I was dumb, and the whole you need to respect the. I'm also playing with my Rubik's cube right now because I had it in front of me and I can't fucking not fidget. Um, that's something that I was thinking about. Also, I can't switch. Holy shit. I'll get to that later. Um, I don't understand the whole saying of like they're your teacher, they deserve respect, and it's like yes, but the teacher should also respect me. And there was a lot of instances where that wasn't the case, where it was all respect for them, respect for them, respect for them, but never back. And I'm not saying like treat me like an adult or anything, just like treat me nicely, dude. And yeah, I don't know. I have an issue with authority. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I like fidget a lot, and I was thinking about like, if I were to ever get a face cam, I was like, would I ever get a face cam? Cause like, I fidget a lot, and I fidget a lot not cause I'm nervous. It's just like I need something to do. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just stop. I have like, I need to be doing something. I need to read. I need to look at something. That's why like half the time I'm able to just like this, just talk, cause I'm so very good at fucking distracting myself. And yeah, and also like not breathing while I'm talking. It's so weird that I can't breathe when I'm talking. Is that fucking? If I Google it, it'll probably be like you have cancer, in the same voice that like you've got mail. Google just tells you you've got cancer. um, but yeah, jeez. And then the whole thing with like I don't know where I was going with that. I was expecting that by the end of the whole thing of I had something to speak about. But yeah, there's something as well. Like I hate the whole stereotype of customer service, not people not doing their job and like wanting them to do more. It's like, dude, they don't get paid enough to do jack shit. Like I remember, so I was working this job that was paying $14 an hour, and that might not be a lot, but I was working 12 hours, 12 plus hours, so I was making good money, right? And I don't know how much I would make. I make like um around 1,000 some, um, 1,000 like 500 plus. Um, I think, excuse me, bi-weekly. I'm no longer in that job. Cause the company went bankrupt or some shit like that. I don't remember it. But anyway, um, so I I remember when I got a job at like a normal retail store. They were asking me to pick up heavy shit and stuff like that. I'm like, hell no, dude. I'm not fucking picking shit up. Like, I'll tell the people that are meant to pick up shit to do that. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not gonna hurt myself over something stupid like that. I'll let the people that are insured for that hurt themselves for that. You know what I mean? Which maybe was fucking selfish, but at the same time, it's like, well, you have the workers' comp to help you on that. Like if you're working the warehouse, because it was like the store was the front and then there was like a warehouse part in the back, and the warehouse people were insured. Like they were insured to the fucking T. And I remember asking them like, "You insured?" And they're like, "Yeah, bro. Like I could die and they resurrect me. You know that type of shit." Um. So yeah, and it was just interesting. That a lot of people were getting angry at me. They weren't getting angry at me that I'd ask them to help me out, cause I'd help them. I'd like be like, "Hey, can you help me pick this up?" and things like that. I wouldn't just ask them and like watch them do it themselves. No, like, "Hey, I kind of need help picking this up," even if it was like moderately light, not moderately, like just if I had to use my strength for it, I was like, I don't want to carry it, dude. So I just ask somebody like, "Hey, can you help me carry this all the way to the cart or something?" I usually do that, just like bring in a cart first, put the thing in in the cart, and then go, because it's easier to roll it around rather than just carry it everywhere. You know what I mean? If you're fucking uh doing any heavy lifting, make sure to bring a cart, because it's easier to roll it around than picking it up and dropping it or whatever. It's 100 times safer. What else? I remember one time in this production. I don't think I'm allowed to say what production, but we were shooting in like a bar, right? Not a bar. It was kind of like a country club slash bar. Well, that's what a country club is. Slash club. It was weird. Um, and we were shooting there for like the finale of a show, and I remember the makeup artist. I wasn't there when it happened. I was getting food. Um, cause I was like the bottom tier job, where you get food for the actors and things like that. Or the cast and things like that. And I remember coming back, and there was just a whole fucking like mess of people just like walking around, like not yelling at each other, but you could feel the fucking uh strain on people. And one of my coworkers, I that is an angel to this day. I hope she's thriving. Um, she asked one of the producers, and the producer was like, "Yeah, one of the main makeup artists, had a fucking heat stroke, and so now he's just chilling at the hotel." And just his him saying that was like, "Damn, you don't give a fuck about any of us, do you?" And then, yeah, I remember just talking to that makeup artist. He was super nice, or they were super nice. Super nice. I don't know what gender they they were, or they identified as. But they were super nice. I remember once like he finally got back to set. He was like, I would ask him like, "Do you need water? Do you need anything? Don't you know um don't be shy of asking. I'll help you out however I can." He's like, "I'm good. Do you need anything?" And I'm like, "Oh babe, I need so much." No, I didn't say that, but um, they just he was a lovely person. A lot of people on that set were lovely. Um, yeah. And then I went to my next. Wait, was that my next set experience? What was my next set experience? Well, my next second set experience was pretty big. Can't talk about it. I don't think. Not yet, at least. It hasn't come out. Yeah, I can't talk about it. Can I even talk about it that it hasn't come out? Well, I'm not giving anything away because the project hasn't come out and nobody would know that what project I'm talking about by just saying project. I'm not trying to hint at it. I'm just trying to like piece it together in my mind. You know what I mean? You know when you have like a puzzle or like a jumble of words and you kind of like that makes a sentence, right? And it's just like, that's that's weird. You know, I'm also looking at my PC and I'm thinking like, I was thinking about like getting a new graphics card and shit. But then I like Googled it or I searched up for it, and I'm like, okay, so I need a new power supply. For the people that don't know, power supply is basically the thing that runs the power to the computer. It turns what you get from your wall outlet. I think it's AC power to wattage, I believe, and so that's why the power supply has that. Or there's a power supply for PCs. That's what I think. I'm not a super expert. Don't quote me on this. It's 3 a.m. in the morning and I'm talking my ass off. So that thing runs the power to a little PC, and then it could also put, I think it can also run power to like the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse, the whatever the fuck, right? The dildo that you're charging up, just something stupid like that, right? And yeah, and so I had to look it up, and then I was like, okay, so if I'm gonna look up for a power supply, I need to know how much power the graphics card takes. Turns out the graphics card takes like fucking 900 watts. And I'm like, God damn, bro, like whose dick are you sucking for all this power? You know what I mean? And so yeah, like I hate PCs, dude. I hate having to like Lego build them. You know what I mean? It's not my thing. It makes me so nervous, and like I'm not good at fragile things that you kind of need strength with. Um, like when you're let's say what is a good example? Like if you have ever used a tripod, right? And like you're trying to open it up and it's not really giving, and you already loosened all the fucking things, and it's not really giving. You're kind of like scared to do it with force because you're like, I don't want to break it, but at the same time it's like I want this fucking thing to open. So yeah, I just hate that because I never know if I'm doing the right kind of force on the thing or not. I don't know, dude. Excuse me. You know something that I remember talking to with a nutritionist? She was telling me that Chick-fil-A pumps their chicken with sugar. And I was like, how do they do that? Like, can sugar be a liquid? And if so, like, you know, how does it inject into and how does it cook? Does it like, is it not like alcohol where it just like diffuses the alcohol? You know what I mean? Or is it like a watermelon where you put alcohol into a watermelon? Give me a second. I'm gonna set my fucking power. Or is it like the those things where or those watermelons where you cut holes into them and you put bottles of vodka or whatever the fuck? Does it work like that? So when you eat the fucking watermelon, you're hella fucking drunk. Does that actually work that way? I've never done it. What was the obsession with the internet and watermelons? Not thinking about it. Like I wonder how many pounds or tons of watermelon waste were made throughout the whole um, 2000 what before 2020, I guess you could say, uh, destruction of watermelons. What did we want to destroy watermelon so much? In my dream, you were a bottle of ketchup, and I was mustard, which is weird because you're usually salt and I'm pepper. You know, I still remember the actors that played Pepper. Like they did such a good casting for all of them. For Pepper, for uh, Tony Stark. Also, I learned that Stark is strong in German. I'm there. I'm still learning German. I'm having so much fun. I keep getting scared when I'm in class because when I do the work, I feel like I'm taking 10 step backs, back, 10 steps back. But when um, the teacher reviews it, she's like, "You did a pretty good job." I'm like, "That's crazy," because I felt like I was guessing it. And yeah, it's just weird. It's also weird that my first instinct tonight was that I can't sleep. I don't want to record any Mafia. I don't want to record Minecraft. It's not that I'm getting tired of Minecraft. It's just that I got so many views that it like it's 133 last time I checked. And that's so many people. That's so many people. Well, maybe in the grand scheme of things, fucking YouTube, it's not. But to just a random person that's never met 100 people or never has seen 100 people, have I ever seen 100 people in a room? I think I have. I've been at some clubs. Yeah, I've been at some oh, maybe I've been at a concert. But yeah, that's just so many people still. Like I feel like yeah, 133 people. And I keep thinking back on that video. I'm like, did I say too much? Was I cringy? And I'm like, well, you have to be cringy to fucking get past that. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, you have to be uncool to get cool, if that makes sense. Or maybe you just stick at being uncool. And yeah, I wanted to just kind of have like a random talk rather than having like with Minecraft, where I usually have like not a theme, but something in my mind that's troubling me. Tonight, I don't think nothing's troubling me. I mean, there's a couple of things, but it's usually like the same mumbo jumbo of like the whole corruption and everything of that fucking the United States is just fucking mess, and I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to fucking put that into the channel. Um, but yeah. Oh, sorry, friends. I bumped into the mic with my fucking elbow, scratching my back. What is the obsession with gaming PCs having LEDs or RGB lights? Like, and come how many gay and lesbian people play video games? Because I feel like with the RGB lights, they're trying to hit a market, or the market's there for them because there's so many RGB uh, keyboards and things like that that do rainbow colored that I feel like the LGBT community is missing out. You know, maybe I'm wrong. There's a lot of lesbian and gay people and queer and bisexuals. You know, when I got drunk a couple of weeks ago, actually, um, did I record a video when I was drunk? No, I was. Oh yeah, I did. I recorded one of the GTA 5s. Well, I recorded two GTA 5s while I was drunk. think one of them was like the fifth one or fourth, fifth, or sixth, or maybe seventh, around there. And the other one was like maybe the 13th, 14th, maybe. I don't know. You can't hear it because it like hit me after I stopped recording. Like it hit me hard because I had drank like a whole bottle of wine by myself because I'm dumb. And I love having a fucking heart attack the next day and a huge ass migraine. I don't know why. I've never been the type of person that if they have a what was it called? Not a migraine, a hangover. I'd never take medicine for it. I usually raw dog it, which I'm not trying to prove anything to myself or anybody. I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm dealing with the consequences of my actions and I'm not happy about it, but I'm raw dogging it, so I'm happy about that. I wonder what the first lube was. Like for sexual things, like what was the first lube? It was probably spit. No, wait, wasn't there, wasn't there like a condom made out of like horse's skin or something like that? There was, no, snake skin maybe. Yeah, there was a condom that was made of that. I promise you guys, I'm not drunk. This is how I usually am. Just kind of like topic from topic from topic from topic. Like hot topic. I remember I was hearing about Hot Topic launched this like punk clothing stuff, right? And they market it as punk, but the punk community isn't punk if they're not stealing and taking from the man. So they pulled it off the shelves because they just kept on getting robbed. Just kind of funny. I'm all for like, how do you say it? Against big corporations. I'm all for that. I hate big corporations. They've been fucking screwing everything up between YouTube and TikTok with the whole TikTok shop. And I get it. Where there's money to be made, it's gonna be made and shit like that. But Jesus Christ. It's sad. On other topics, what made Vaseline Vaseline? Or like what makes it Vaseline? I could probably look up a YouTube video about that. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy that the things that may be in front of us, we can't make it with by our hand. Like it needs to be made either through a machine, through a mold, through something. And it's just like, wow. Like we've come so far, yet we're so stupid. Also, isn't it weird how like how much we have to eat and how much we have to sleep? My sleep is starting to hit me. It's weird how much we have to sleep. Like every time I sleep or I go to sleep, I think about how much it's taking up my life. It's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's like, well, I do love sleep. I do. It's like kind of like I do love reading, and would I rather have my spend my time reading or sleeping? And I'm like, well, I'd rather sleep because you're unconscious and you don't really pay attention to anything, and there's no noise. Is it just me or does it like? Is it just constant noise? Just like you're thinking about something, you're doing something. It's like constant chatter. Not like schizophrenic chatter, because I think schizophrenic is kind of scary. Not scary. How do you say it? Just like I don't know. I think it would be scary to have schizophrenia for myself. Like I'm sure that it's like very freaked out. Just kind of like having schizophrenia. I haven't looked up too much into schizophrenia. I know that like you see things, you hear things, but I haven't seen much of it. And yeah, I remember. Oh, I remember. Um, I was during college. One of the air vents broke, or one of the fucking cooling systems broke in my school, and so the 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 air vent was pumping out like this misty gas. It was kind of safe to breathe, um, but it was during 2020, during the pandemic, so there wasn't a lot of people there. Actually, there was a class going on. So okay, let me explain a little bit. So we had two classes, right? And each one had like a different type of ventilation system, I guess. I don't know how it worked, but like the misty air didn't go to, let's say, class B, but it did go to class A. And where we were situated was class A, which was just like me and another guy, another work study, and and a teacher. Well, the teacher came because we called him, but um, we. I remember just like standing outside the classroom and seeing through the window the fucking teacher and the other work study. I loved them. I miss them. They were looking up the at the vent, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So I googled it, and it turns out that like if you breathe it, you get really high. So I was like, no wonder why these two assholes are fucking just standing there getting high. Jeez, dude, what a good time to be alive in those times. I miss my friends from college. I hope they're all doing all right. I mean, I spoke to them, some of them. Some of them, last time I spoke to them, wasn't on good standing, which is kind of sad. It's sad that money changes people. I wonder if it changed me. I think if you come out of that conversation saying no, then maybe you are wrong. You know what I mean? Because I feel like money changes everyone. I just wonder how it changed me. Because I don't. It's kind of like you see the painting, but you don't understand it. It's kind of like that. Like I see the events, but I don't see the meaning of them. Strange. I'm very not self-aware, self-conscious. If I was self-aware, I think I'd be king by now. No. Um, wasn't there? What was his name? There was a king that like was very self-aware and wrote a book, Stoicism, maybe. I think that might be it. Jeez. What do you think was upset? Okay, do you think that America has the cult, or America's culture is a hamburger? Because when it first came out, it was, or hot dogs. What's more American, hot dogs or burgers? It's pizza, definitely. Just like out of nowhere. No, but like generally, which one is more American? Well, is it considered American if the indigenous people of America don't eat them? It's weird. Alright, the sleep is hitting me now, and I didn't expect to go this long. So, and it's 4 a.m. So, I'm gonna end off the whatever this is here, and I just want to say, if you stayed till this part, thank you for listening to me ramble about everything and nothing. And yeah, thank you for listening to me. Comment down if you have any other, if you want to answer any of my questions that I just fucking rambled on about, especially about the flat-footed people. And yeah, good night, everyone. Don't drink and drive. Stay safe. Uh, if the fucking what's his name? If the sleep paralysis even comes to get you, just remember that If it's a demon, it has a vagina or a dick, so you can punch it there. Just kind of look for its weak point, and that's probably its weak point. Or is it the strength? Do you think that demons have their strength at their genitals? Because it's like, what makes them strong? Is it the perversiveness of them, or it's weird. How big are their schlongs and their hoo-has? Do you think demons have a fat hoo-ha? Or do you think they have a yeah? Or do you think that the demons that are males have like a small pee? Shit's weird, man. Shit's definitely weird. Religion is weird. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. It is weird though. It's just like we believe in things, and it's weird. I'm not religious myself, and I don't mean any disrespect by anything that I'm saying. Uh, I just find it weird myself, and I've been trying to um find myself through that space. Just kind of like, where do I stand in all this? It is kind of like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's just like, I don't know. I know I'm there somewhere, but I don't know where I fit in. I don't know if I'm at the bottom of the hay, at the top of the hay, on the side where you think it's not gonna be, or do you think it was a lie, and that there was never a needle in the hay? Holy shit, we just got fucking existential over here. 4 a.m. hit and we just became. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop before I get fucking. That gave me chills. What the fuck, dog? Jesus. Oh, dude, I've been starting to play Yu-Gi-Oh again, dude. Miss the fucking game. I miss my friends. We used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. We used to get so into the game. Yeah, I miss those times. If you're in college or in school or anything like that, I mean, if you're in school, like below high school, below junior year, if you don't think you should be watching, but whatever. Um, Below high school junior year, I don't think you should be watching. But if you're in any of those spots, just enjoy your time, dude. Enjoy it. Yeah, there's probably gonna be some idiots and a fucking stupid professor that yells at you for no reason or sets an assignment stupidly and you have to fucking deal with it. And those are just small pebbles in your path, dude. They don't really make you know what I mean? They don't defy you. And you're so much better than any mistake you will ever make. Unless you murder someone or like you do something very bad, like Hitler did, then I don't think you're redeemable. But we're not on that standing yet. Hopefully, not yet. Hopefully, never. Um, but yeah. Jeez, I thought I was gonna stop, but I just kept going. Also, isn't it weird how I heard, right? I heard that wood gets drier in the full moon because the full moon like dries out wood. I don't know how it actually works, but there's like a urban saying that it does, and I'm kind of like, does it actually? And the only reason why you want to know that is because like I think people they cut wood at the fucking some people, not, I mean, obviously not the fucking giant ass fucking. You ever seen those videos of or they cut a giant ass tree with like a fucking grapple that just like has wheels in between and just pulls the fucking tree like a toothpick and then just cuts it like into sections? That's fucking insane. Imagine being the engineer that engineered that and just being like, wow, I have a big fucking schlong. That's insane. Props to that guy, whoever that guy is. Wow. For a second, I was like, it'd be great to just end on silence. Would it be great? I think it would be. Good night, everyone. Enjoy your night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And if you're in prison listening to this, hold that booty hole tight, brother. You're gonna stay through. You're gonna stick through this. Unless you murder someone and you're in life sentence, then good luck, Charlie.